Ladies and gentlemen, it is a sad day, but welcome back to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. One might ask, why is it a sad day? We're playing Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. How can it be a sad day? Well, we're going to lose somebody very near and dear to us today, somebody I gassed up a lot last stream, very much so because he's a very cool character. And the game just takes him away from you immediately. And it's tough. But we must forge on nonetheless, as it is what he would have wanted. But hey, it may suck, it may be depressing, but the music's gonna go hard. That much I can promise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Brio. With our new PED suit. I always like coming on this thing just because it's really cool. Look at that view.
Samus, the Leviathan seed is protected by an energy shield.
Yep, got that.
You will not be able to reach it with that barrier active.
Got it.
You need more data to determine how the shield can be disabled. You are near the wreckage of a downed Federation vessel.
Oh, am I now?
If you can use the satellite uplink on the ship, you may be able to access information concerning the seed. Prepare
You got it,
to
boss.
receive the ship's coordinates now.
Sounds good. We have our destination. Let's head there. You guys need any expert tips on how to just barely miss getting a scan? That's how you do it. These are essentially, you know, storage things here, I believe. This is grass that we can scan once again, just like in Agon Wastes. The spake bush is an ingenious strain of plant life that produces venom within its leaves. Well, that sucks. And as we once again remember, this is where our boy Rundus was sent, with whom we had lost all contact with 7 days prior. Same with Gore and Gandreda. That would appear to be a local life form entrapped in ice. Rio native is encased in solid ice, as I had just said. Scans indicate that the bioform inside is still alive. Remember that one, folks. Bioform appears to have been engaged in combat at the time of being frozen. And look at this. There was apparently no way into this place, but our boy Rundus made us a bridge. So once again, very clearly we show signs of him being here. Solid ice mass appears to have been made to gain entry to temple. Ice has not yet begun to thaw. Scans indicate bioform has sustained fatal spinal fractures from impacting the wall. That tracks. That's our way back. Yoink. One thing I do like in this game, and it adds to the vibes and whatnot, as you know, the doors pretty much look the same all throughout Prime 1 and 2. In this one, the doors look different based on the area you're in, which I think is a super nice touch. Hope that translates to 4 as well. You know, it's like not like a crazy, you know, like, but it makes the environments feel just a little bit more immersive, and it's awesome. I believe there's a couple pickups we can get in this room too. Not immediately, but at some point. Once again, I know I said with 2 that I didn't think I would have the same issue. That's stable. With 3 as I did with 2, that might be the case. I'm already struggling to remember where things are. But hey, we should get to at least 80% in our sleep, and then we can figure it out from there. Yep, I'll say. Yoink. I wish I could aim my camera a little lower so you guys could see. Actually, no, you can see my motions a little bit. That's good. It's just like I would rather like see the ultimate life form in the background above me, and I would be cutting off his head if I were to go any lower, and it would look kind of silly. Anyway, bioform is encased in solid ice and is blocking entry to the tunnel. High temp shots may shatter it. That's not something we have yet. We do have a morph ball though. Whee! Yoink. Uh-oh, bridge fell. One thing you do have from the start of this game that you never lose is the double jump. Like, you don't lose all your shit at the beginning. You, hello? Oh. You mind? That did nothing. Anyway, I did that one, so this would be my what? No, that's the one I did. Oh, nope, there's only one path. I thought there were 2 paths up here. Yeah, okay, so let's find our way to the other one. No, I was right. Oh, I need to get higher. Right, okay. Can we get much higher? There it is. What was I just saying? I have no idea. Yeah, the multiple planets idea, it really works for this game. And again, I think it would work for other Metroid. I think it could work for Prime 4. I know I'd be shocked if that's the direction they went, with how big the one planet appears to be that we have to explore. Let's see. Unable to destroy with weaponry. Ass cheeks. Whee! Yoink. My ball. It broke. Sad face. Nope, I'm spasming. Hold on. There we go. Oh, now I remember. In this game, I remember what I was talking about. How in this game you don't lose your, you don't lose shit at the beginning. This is a jumping spider. Yep, it's a hopper. Attacks with 3 sharp talons, pounces from a distance. They also like to puke on you, apparently. Yep, nothing we can do there yet. Yeah, in this game you don't lose everything at the beginning. You just straight up have your morph ball and you don't lose it. You have your double jump, you don't lose it. You have your charge beam, you don't lose it. And you pick up the missiles very quickly. But that is one thing you don't start with, oddly enough. more iciness here and whatnot. Scans detect an abnormality in this unnatural ice formation. Phazon signatures present. Sounds like a problem. Oh, I know what it requires. I know, you don't gotta tell me. I know what I'm doing. This ain't my first rodeo. Samus's, though. And it may cause her some problems. Oh, never mind. That doesn't happen yet, I guess. I thought that happened here. Yeah, obviously, we don't have a grapple beam yet, but I am very familiar with this room. There is a power-up to get here. Eventually. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We do have our grapple lasso, but that does not help us here. As you're about to find out, see? Nothing. Nothing. This is a broken down soldier right here. Gasp! It's these things that I forgot what they're called. And those things that always reminded me of the Lightfoot tribe, except with 4 arms from Star Fox Adventures. Ah! I'm trying to scan you, don't be rude. This is a Reptilicus Hunter. Target can generate a personal cloaking field around its body. Phazon corruption has granted Reptilicus Hunters the ability to cloak themselves. They use this to their advantage and will hide or move positions while cloaked to gain the upper hand in combat. I'm kind of sleeping on the scans in this game. Like, they might be the best scans in the game, honestly. Like, they give a reason for everything. Like, oh, it's because of Phazon corruption. It's not just because that's what they can do, it's because of Phazon corruption. Our doorway has been opened. This is a broken thing. I don't even think we can upgrade. Oh, maybe we can upgrade that one, actually. I don't know. I thought we... Because you get to activate a lot of these. I could have sworn this one was just, like, damage beyond repair, though. Maybe not. Let's pull a Phazon down there. Here, I thought there was a missile. I'm thinking of a different one, I think. Okay. I be thinking of a different one. This right here, easy to miss. This right here. 1, 2, 3. This is a lore entry, which, once again, as we did with the previous 2 games, we want to get as many of them as we possibly can. Brionian data translated. Entry, Age of Science. The ships of Brio sped to the stars, in all directions bearing the banner of peace. Soon we found stellar brethren in the Chozo, the Luminoth, and the Ia. We are very familiar with the Chozo. Samus is part Chozo, and from Metroid Prime 2, we are very familiar with the Luminoth. Starborn knowledge came to Brio, and we gladly sent our wisdom to our new friends in return. The hearts of Brio were filled with pride, and they honored the Lords of Science for all the wonders we provided. As the time of New Brio came to be, the old ways faded. The cries of joy from those who honored science covered the angry shouts of those who mourned the old ways, the primal traditions. So, a lot of these, if I remember correctly, I mean, there's some that deal with plot, of course. Like, anything you learned about the Luminoth in Metroid Prime 2 and the devastation they went through. Of course, it deals with the plot. Same with the Chozo. And this one, in a lot of aspects, you're just getting, like, the lore of the area, like, just the history of the area you're exploring, and it doesn't necessarily have a great effect on the overall plot, which is also a very cool, you know... Let me see. I know there's a way. Isn't there a way? What am I missing? That's the morph ball tunnel. Can I get to, oh wait, I get to go up, don't I? Yes. Yeah. I go up. Hello there. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just went through the... That's the door I went... I should be shot. Alright, so I can't get that way right now. I could have sworn there was a way down here somewhere, though. Maybe not. Let's find out. Thinking of a different room, probably. That's what we're missing. Gotta be more observant. Now these things, they make you float. Watch this.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Oh, that thing's gonna eat us.
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
Bossy Deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. We serve food here, sir. Top of the morning, Cess. It be Thursday. It's definitely no football happening today, I can confirm that. Unstable fuel gel. Ignite it! Fuck it. Yay! Remember that thing I said we just didn't have? She's so cool. She's so cool. Just simple arm movements, but like, because it's Samus Aran, it just looks badass. You know what, Cess? I have no shame. I have no shame. That new motorcycle that she has, she can run me over repeatedly with it. Just pin me to the ground, get the motorcycle, and just run over my throat, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth repeatedly. And guess what? When she was done, I would thank her for it. That's a clippable moment. Anyway, we have that thing now. Let's go use that thing. Remember correctly, there's another door in here? Yes, but we can't access that door yet. Too late, I already did. Get used to it, Cess. Metroid Prime 4, you're gonna hear a lot of it. Trying to... let me think here. Oh, fuck that for some reason. One thing that I really, this game changes the pace a little bit in the sense that, so, Primes 1 and 2, especially 1, like, it takes you a while to get the grapple in Prime 1, and in 2, you don't exactly get it early, either. Yep, so that's another one of those. This game, they just say, screw it, you're getting it now. And due to the motion controls, I mean, you already got, there's the grapple beam and the grapple lasso, essentially. Like, you just get it right at the beginning, which is cool. And with how they do things and some of the new gimmicks and whatnot they introduce, it makes perfect sense why you would get that early. Boy, my left arm's gonna be sore today from all this yoinking! It is not a euphemism. I mean it in the most literal sense possible. Anyway. Let's see. Just remember to be observant here, people. Let's not forget things. Whee! Look at that. We're starting to remember things as we go here. Ah, shit! Jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. I've been ambushed. Oh, man, he's gone. Where'd he go? Where'd he hide? Oh, what? Oh, there you are. Hi. Now you're dead. I have been ambushed once again. They're very generous with the energy tanks in the early game in this one. Perhaps a little too generous, at least on this difficulty. Anyway. Yep, that's panel mounting. Yep, we know. And yoink! And I said, as you can tell, let me read this first. Then I'll explain my thoughts on this game's use of motion controls and the Wii in general. Golden Age. Look now to the past, and to the time of peace on Brio. See the age of gold, when our world was a paradise unrivaled. Hear the songs of joy fill the streets of the royal city, as the people honor the coming of Brios. That's a U, isn't it? Yeah. Brius the First, the Liberator. Behold the launch of our first ship to the stars on that day, and witness the rise of science, of a new Brio. See this, and see the beginning of our downfall. So yeah, if I remember correctly, I think these hunters, I think they're technically natives of Brio. But anyway, as I was going to say, now Metroid Primes 1 and 2, we were using motion controls, we were using at the point and whatnot, but that's it. Those two are GameCube games. Obviously, that's all they could really do. You're not going to incorporate motion control puzzles. This game is chock full of motion controls. I've made my thoughts known on the Wii U in the past, in regards to Nintendo had gimmicks that era, and they were stubborn with them. Sometimes they would just straight up kill games with them, like Metroid Prime Hunters and the two Zelda games on the DS are objectively worse because of them forcing the touchscreen on you. There are games on here, most notably the Sonic Storybook games, that are absolute dog shit because of them forcing motion controls on you. What else is there? That's really all I could think of. Most of the other ones I have here are good uses of them. I will say Mario Super Sluggers is slightly worse than the first one because of that use of motion controls. I will say that much. But this point I'm trying to make is this game, it's the perfect balance. You're doing it regularly, but it all makes sense within the flow of the game. Just like it does in like the first two Galaxy games. Just perfect use of it. Very, very well done. Scans indicate elements of Phazon within ice compound have begun to attack the trapped bioform. Bioform terminated. Subject was impaled on an ice shard before being frozen. As our boy Rundus, typically this, you know, ruthless in his methods. This is a downed vessel. Perhaps the one we were looking for. Aha! It is the one we were looking for. Nothing we can do here at the moment. Shit is straight up locked, so we will enter. In a way, only Samus Aran, badass bounty hunter, can. Let's see. Apparently I can't go that way yet. Hi. Gasp. Well, good's a hatch that can only be opened from the inside. Oh. Yoink! 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 Wait, what? Well, what am I missing here? It's gotta be an order to this. Connect all rods to restore power. That'll do it, yep. I said yoink. Jeez. How hard do I gotta yoink it? Don't answer that. Anyway. Here is a thing. These feel a little unnecessary. There's so many of them in the game, and it just kind of makes... Those might be a little unnecessary. We have downloaded the map for the area. Got a couple landing spots now, too. Look at that.
Samus, the satellite data has revealed two distinct energy signatures.
Has it now?
They must be supplying power to the siege shield.
Okay.
If these targets are eliminated, the shield will be removed.
Hell yeah.
We are uploading the location of each energy signature and nearby landing sites.
Cool. Brio fire. Yeah. Jousting field. This is a fun little run of the game here. Fun little section here, if I do say so. Wait, I can't do anything with that yet. Well, we can't do that yet, so... What the fuck am I missing here? I gotta play these games more, man. I forgot so much about 2 and 3. hell am I missing here? Sorry, Samus. Is there a way out of here? Yeah. Fuck me in the ass. I'm heading the wrong way. That's the issue. Moving on. I swear I've played this game before. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Open up. That's not what I wanted to do. This is where we want to be first, I believe. So we're going to fiery air dock. Let me in. Thank you. I guess you could say it does feel... Uh-oh. Gasp. It does feel less Metroidvania-ish, since the entire world isn't connected. That statement I can agree with. Do I think it's worse for that? No. I think this game's perfect the way it is. Again, how many times do I have to say it? I think all three of these games are flawless. It's the only time I can say that about an entire dedicated series of games. Any other game series I'm a huge fan of, I can at least find flaws in one game. It's an alpha hopper, so it's a hopper but stronger. Well, fine, if you insist. Make sure I didn't turn myself around. I did. I'm good at that. Notice the change in ship in this one, too. You enter from the bottom now, not the top. And I believe it stays that way in 4. For whatever that's worth, because you get transported somewhere, I believe, and it seems like you're not going to be around your ship for the entire game. Possibly. Who knows? That's not a guarantee. We don't know shit about shit yet. But that seems likely. Let's check my stats. As you guys know, I love stats. Oh yeah, 300 mark, baby. We're ending lives left and right. To the fiery air dock. As I stretch my neck out a little. I love these little Like, you can tell they're just like, the background's like static and you're just kind of, the ship's swaying in the breeze, you're just kind of cruising. But it's cool nonetheless. Now, you might notice something here. Also gives you an excuse to hear that badass intro jingle many, many times. That right there appears to be a ship. Fergisian-class gunship. Galactic Federation records identify pilot as Rundus. The engines are still warm. Our boy has been here recently. Not really anything out here. So our boy has been here recently. Let's go find him and say hi. Rundus is our very good friend after all. It is one way, even if you're technically not alone in this game. As alone as you typically are in a Metroid game. It's the scanning. The scanning still builds the tension and like just sets the tone. Like, again, we are hunting for a guy who's been missing for 7 days now. And we just found him. And they go out of their way through the scan to say the engines are still warm. So, he is here. And he's alive. Rundus, when you think about it, and this is just because, again, I like Rundus as a character, even though you don't get much time with him. And I say he's a badass. I've been gassing him up since yesterday. Objectively speaking, in a world, especially in the timeline at this point, Metroids are not extinct yet. In a world where the main enemy is weak to exactly one thing, and that is extreme cold, my guy reigns supreme. I'm sorry, but he does. Just objectively speaking. And here we can do it. That sets up collectibles for later, the ice and whatnot, because eventually we will be able to melt said ice. Yoink! Brionian data translated. Entry. Age of Schism. In time, the wonders of science were not enough for those who held the primal traditions in their hearts. The warnings of the Chozo to seek balance between old and new ways were not heeded by the lords of science, myself included. We forged on, ignorant of the rage in the hearts of the primals. The time came when Sephimus, first lord of science, denounced the primals and their traditions in the center of the royal city. It was as flame to a dry forest. The age of science ended, and the age of schism was born. Schism, I don't know, schism? Schism. That's probably, yeah, schism. Sounds right, schism. Here's our fuel gel. Just saw a scan there, figured I'd see what it was. Alright, so let's see here. What's going on here? Can't do anything there right now. That's an elevator, though. That's a missile expansion. One that we currently cannot access. Or can we? Anyway, let's activate the elevator. Yoink! No, wait, hold on. I think I'm passing. That's right. You don't... You gotta keep yoinking. You just gotta keep yoinking. Never stop yoinking. Might be a way to get that now. Let's find out. I think if we go all the way up. We do not want to go near that thing. Nice. Yeah, we can get it now. Look at that. I lied. We do have access to it right now. Turns out, I just don't know video games. Even the ones I claim to have beaten at least a dozen times. Okay. Back down we go. Yoink it a third time. Oh, this is where it happens. Uh-oh. Samus appears to be being overrun by Phazon. Phazon overload detected. Rapidly tap B to expel Phazon. You can kind of just, like, milk this a little too, you know, for some extra damage and whatnot. In some cases.
Samus, we just received very abnormal readings from your life support systems. Are you okay?
Fuck no, you see what happened?
As a precaution, we are downloading the diagnostic data from your suit to further analyze this situation.
Yeah, you guys put Phazon in all of our shit, and this is what you get.
We will contact you again if we have any more.
This is why I said you shouldn't be using that Phazon. You better contact me again. You fuckers. Hey! It's our friend Rundus. Hi, Rundus. Hi. Rundus?
Samus, we just received.
Yeah, we know.
As a precaution,
We did that already.
we will contact you again.
But I didn't hit once, so it doesn't know that I did it. So our friend Rundus does not seem to be interested in speaking to us. For some reason. Did we annoy him, perhaps? Warpound. Teleports over short distances, vulnerable to cold-based attacks. I think I don't have any of those yet. I know someone who does, but he doesn't seem interested in talking to us right now, despite our deep-rooted friendship. Sorry, Samus. I am stuck. What am I... There we go. Gotta keep it moving. Sorry, Samus. I know I'm bad at video games. I apologize. How about that? It's one down. Leave me alone. Now that horrific incident of terror is over, we have lore to read. Brionian data translated. Entry, Age of War. We seem to be kind of experiencing these in order, more or less. In the beginning, conflicts were small, out of sight for most of on Brio, but they grew slowly but as steady as the coming of the sun. Diplomacy gave way to brutality, and war came to our world. The Lords of Science turned their minds from exploration to destruction, and unleashed horrors unknown upon their primal enemies. In retaliation, the Primals turned to the darkest of ancient powers, cursing us, the Science Lords, and all who serve our cause. Friends from the stars tried desperately to end the conflict, all in vain. The people of war would not be denied. Yoink. Death, taxes, war wasps. I'm not trying to scan the ice, I'm trying to scan this guy. Oh, Gragnall, whatever. Same concept, just as annoying. I turned that on, but I gotta get there first. Which is through there. Done. Can't go too fast for it, otherwise it doesn't like you. There we go. So this is what it feels like to properly stream a Wii game. Like I said, in 1 and 2 we were kind of just pointing and aiming. Like now we're actually getting into the nitty-gritty of it and whatnot. Anyway, what did that do for us? Nothing there. What did that actually do for us? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy yoinking it. Oh, ignite the fuel jet. That's it. We were aiming too low. That's it. Now we can use it. With the morph ball path we just created. All it takes is a little scanning. Those aren't Gragnalls, what are those? It's Gragnall adult. We can yoink them. It is honestly a refreshing change to combat. It's like the melee in that they introduce in the modern 2D ones. It's in Dread, and I believe it's in Samus Returns, the remake. Never played it. Again, don't have a 3DS, so I can't currently. Okay. Once again, we just got to get up there now. Give it a little yoink. Can you not? Oh, right, yeah. Figured it out. I got Pizza in the Hut. Hey, Brighten Eyes, what's up, my guy? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you as always. How have you been? Welcome to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Why whole morph ball sized if I can't fit my morph ball in it? Let's keep climbing here, ladies and gentlemen. That is a grad ledge. Or green ledge, as they would call it, I guess. It's a ledge we can grab onto. Otherwise called a ledge grab. Fitting name, I know. Badass cutscene. Where are we right now? Once we get that save station, we're going to take our midstream break. It is that time. I do need to use the shitter as well. And then it will be perfectly timed, because then we are going to experience peak. We are going to cry, because I am going to be sad, but, the music's going to be peak. Of that, I can assure you. That's what we needed. And a missile expansion. Sometimes this game just straight up hands you them. As we've seen with energy tanks. Part of me why I think this one's going to be an easier 100% than 2 was. And 2 wasn't that bad. Again, I got to like 85% in my sleep. It's just me being a bonehead forgot things. Game has been saved. All right. To the shitter I go. When we get back, we're going to take things to the next level. Shit's going to get real. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do what we have to do. That's a thing. Eventually. Sorry, Samus. Uh-oh. Fuel drill ain't no joke. It takes a lot to make Samus scream in pain like that. Notice how the music's gone quiet. That means shit's getting real. It's a nice open area. Oh, that's right. You gotta battle, some other shit first. I forgot about that. Space pirates. Okay, so I lied. It isn't happening immediately, but it is happening very soon. Don't get the tissues ready just yet. Armored Pirate Trooper. We've now gone into the non-expendable militia. So not the ones that get eaten as punishment. These are the ones that do the eating. Probably. Listen. Okay, see you later. Pay attention to those. Oh, whoop, okay. Don't pay attention to it yet, because we don't have time to pay attention to it yet. Those things are important eventually. Once you get an ability later in the game. Well, there's our little friend. Get him, buddy. That's our friend Rundus coming to save our hide. There he is. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Talk to me. Hunter Rundus. Reported to have gone missing during a Federation mission. Whoa! Rundus! Buddy! That's the silhouette of Dark Samus, ladies and gentlemen. Turn that shit up. Turn that fucking shit up right now. Fucking peak. Morphology. Rundus. Ice armor protects body, but could be ripped off if he was stunned. So Rundus is not our ally. Rundus is under the control of Dark Samus. Phazon exposure has greatly enhanced Rundus and his ability to generate ice, making him deadly at any range. His durable... I'm sorry, the music... This is one of my favorite video game... songs, soundtracks of all time. Right here. This song. It is top 10. It is peak, so pardon me for getting distracted. His durable ice armor has one weak point, the neck. Serious physical stress can weaken and remove it, exposing Rundus to attack. This weak point cannot be seized as long as Rundus is active. Oh! This weak point cannot be seized as long as Rundus is active. He can create frozen objects at will and can freeze missiles in mid-flight. Smaller ice-based projectiles can be shot down, but it is recommended to evade larger attacks. Be advised, Rundus can trigger a hyper mode state, elevating his threat level to match your own. If I stall to listen to the music a little bit, do not be surprised. Again, this is top 10 for me. I couldn't give you a dedicated list, but if I were to make a top 10 list of favorite video game songs, not including the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, because that is a whole different level, This would be number 10. Gotta stop getting frozen. I should be activating hyper mode. Yeah. Yoink. Hyper mode ends the fight too quick, though. I want to hear the music. Let's let him skate around a little bit, like the badass he is. Look at him go. Yes, I'm stalling so this part would repeat. That's absolutely what I'm doing. Yoink! He's almost dead. Oh, shit. Missed my window there. He's activated hyper mode. There we go. Sorry, buddy. And that's the end of our friend Rundus. But we get one of the, obviously, one of the more useful items in the game. It is no longer a beam. It is now a missile. We have the ice missile now. We love Rundus here, ladies and gentlemen. I do, at least. Tragic. Of course, they don't do much in the way of, like, dialogue in this game, aside from that thing speaking to you, the Aurora unit. But I believe I don't know if it's confirmed, but obviously the popular theory is Rundus had a moment there where he was able to regain control of himself, and he knew he was like the corruption had spread too far, so before he like lost himself again, he killed himself. Rest in peace. And that's don't get me started on the music. In terms of individual tracks in gaming, that is top 10 for me. Again, I could not give you a dedicated list without a bunch of deep thought. Not counting the Sonic the Hedgehog vocal tracks, that's, again, a different beast. Let's see. Mario Kart 64 end credits, Paper Mario end credits, in 64 as well. Rainbow Road N64, big N64 person here, as you can tell. I'm sure something from Star Fox Adventures makes the cut. Something from Brawl or Melee probably does. I think the DK rap from Melee makes it, honestly. But Rundus' theme is very much up there. It's a little out of place in this, like, game. I don't, well, not out of place, but like Metroid, it's typically like a little bit more laid back, and they just like straight up throw the guitars in there with like the typical Metroid sounds and whatnot, and it's badass as hell. I have a feeling that a lot of Metroid Prime 4 is going to sound like Rundus's theme. I mean, we kind of got a taste of that in the trailer, where you got like a bit of a harder version of Samus's theme playing with the motorcycle footage. We got lore. Scan the lore first. Brionian data translated. Downfall. Look now to the time of battle, tribe against tribe. See fertile land swept clean of all living things by arcane nightmares or the hellish blasts of science. See the giant stone Moganars do battle, destroying the land with their titanic blows, and hear the undying scream of a planet racked by darkest war. The battles waged endlessly, and the resources needed to sustain our war machines were great. Brio 2 had become a casualty of the war. The air was filled with the smoke of battle, and the soil soaked with the toxins of pollution. Calamity after calamity visited the folk of Brio, until a world once known for wonders became a scarred husk under the stars. Only a small region remained habitable, and to it the survivors went, bringing the war with them. Yep, can't do that. Alright, let's get moving.
Clearly, this is the source of the energy signature we detected. This generator is supplying power to the Leviathan's protective shield. You will be unable to destroy the generator with your current weapons. You must find a weapon capable of penetrating the generator's heavy.
You got it. Shut up, Hoppers. I'm not in the mood right now. This is where Rundus died. Show some respect for the dead. But yeah, as you can, I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind. Good riddance. As you can tell, like, the Metroid series, just in general, is such a huge tone shift from the rest of Nintendo. In hindsight, it makes sense this game only sold 1 million on the Wii, considering everybody bought it for Wii Sports and not this. That's a shortcut that I don't think we want to take at the moment. Although, we do have to come back through this way anyway, so, like, whatever. Yeah, we'll be getting shit through there. Let's take the shortcut. Gives you a little achievement jingle anyway. I just hope Metroid Prime 4 is the one, folks. The one that pushes it through sales-wise. One of them has to, I suppose. You know, 3 million's good. Dread did good, but hey. Let's push 10 million. Let's do it. Again, I'm not surprised based on the Like I said, it's just such a different... Like, I'm talking about the spoils of war here, like, the tragedies of war. And then there's Mario that just says, yippee! Alright, we're going to Thorn Jungle, Air Dock now. In search of a ship missile. Check our stats. I love stats. Hell yeah, pushing 400. We are ending lives left and right. It's this moment in the game that makes you realize what probably happened to Gore and Gandreda as well, considering all contact was lost with them. Essentially, they phazon overloaded, I believe. And that puts Dark Samus in control. So Samus overloads, I guess you just have 2 Dark Samuses. And if you have 2 Dark Samuses, and one of them's the original Samus Aran, you might as well just expect the annihilation of your entire solar system. Because nothing is going to stop her. Peak music as always. But what do you expect? It's a Metroid Prime game. More space pirates who can also go hyper. Let me slow down here quick. I think there's missile expansion along the way here. Or another energy tank. Energy tanks are early and often in this game. We already got 4 of them. Which, in hindsight, I was gonna say, like, they're kind of trying to make it easier, but they're not. Because in order for me to use hyper mode, I gotta drain one. Of course, you don't use anything, you get it back, but if you use it, you drain an energy tank, so that makes sense. Uh-oh. Rough patch there for the disc reading. This disc, again, this is the cleanest disc I own in my collection, outside of games I've bought in the past 5 years. I do not understand why it struggles so much reading this. Specifically Metroid Prime 3, like 1 and 2 are also on this disc. And it does not struggle this much with 1 and 2. How do I get through here? Through the ceiling. Through the ceiling, you say? Yep, correct. It is a correct analysis, a correct assumption. I guess the more of these motion control things you have, though, the less scanning you do, and I objectively like scanning, so I guess that's kind of a downside to it. Ow. I'm dying. Ho-ho. Here we go. They're gone. Okay. So, this is a thing. Sweet, that means we get to yoink it. Alright. We still need the missile. We don't have the missile yet, right? I'm getting ahead of myself here. I don't even remember where the missile is. You know what? Let me see. We can't go that way. Am I supposed to be back here still? No. I don't believe so. I remember the last time I played this, I forgot about where it was, too. Just goes to show you, I gotta play Metroid Prime more. I still know one, of course. Maldium. We don't need to save. Oh, wait, no. I was gonna say we don't need to save, but we saved and did not enter the ship. That's brilliant. Now let's just enter the ship. Engage, thrusters. Let's see. You know what? It's gotta be back here. It's gotta be back here. Silly me forgetting that there's a third area of this planet. There she goes, cruising through the skies. That's it. That's the way to go. We could go this way too and get a... I think it's just a missile expansion. But we could also go back there when we have another ability that we don't have yet. Let's do that. Let's try to plan a little better. 2, I just kind of did whatever I wanted because it's hard to, like, unless you really, really know the game to know the exact path. In this game, it's a little easier to do so.
Samus, we have discovered a Federation.
Lay it on me.
We are sending the
Not to cut you off, but... yeah, I was right. Look at that. Hey, hey. Right, remember this guy from before? That we already scanned, but it says we didn't. This creature in there was still alive. Brio native is encased in solid ice, Scans indicate that the bioform is now deceased. Love shit like that. Love it, love it, love it. I do not want to battle you. I have battled enough of you flying menaces. Excuse me? Here we go. Yeah, that's right. This is the area I got myself stuck in before. I should have remembered that. Too bad I'm stupid. You have been frozen. My disc does not like this game. I guess I should say my Wii doesn't. The disc is the disc, and the disc is in immaculate condition. Now that we finally have a release date for Metroid Prime 4, I can finally promise you a date when we will unbox our Metroid Prime Trilogy Collector's Edition. Complete in box, I might add. It is complete. It has everything that comes with it, minus the little plastic thing that goes over the steel book. I don't know what... That's probably in the garbage somewhere. Either that or it's buried at my parents' house somewhere, too. That's possible. We're mobile! Punch that wall, just for the fuck of it. Yeah! Now jump down that hole. Good job. Yeah, no, we are going to unbox that. Look at it, everything. I'm also going to be getting the art book. The 1 through 3 retrospective. I'm not going to have it on release day, though. But we'll go through that eventually. Maybe, though, because we're going to do multiple playthroughs of that game once it's out. Maybe I'll have it in time for the second or third playthrough, depending on how big the game is. Yeah, we will officially unbox that. And I am very much looking forward to doing so. Alright, yeah, that's the activator thing, right. And right now he's stuck, so we need to change that. Actually, we did need to do that. Alright. Let's see. He's still not fully mobile, but I think he can move a little now. Nope, I lied. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. It's one down. This will be 2 down. That's that. Yeah, why don't you shove that in there? Good job. I want you to go take a nap. You might notice that looks like a half pipe. Can't do anything with it now, though.
Samus, we have uncovered more information regarding your condition.
Talk to me.
It appears that once activated, the unique phazon inside your body overreacts after several seconds.
Boy, isn't that convenient.
We did not foresee this problem when we gave you the PED, and unknowingly, we put you in grave danger.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
We are sorry.
Oh, you're sorry. Well, that fixes it. That's okay. I forgive you. That's okay. I forgive you.
Please be aware that it will not be possible to counter Dark Samus without the PED.
That's true, I guess.
You must be careful in using it. In
Got
the
it.
meantime, we will continue to investigate this unique phazon.
Sounds good. So yeah, that's the cool part. What makes the Rundus story a little bit cooler too is the you know, because we don't know what's your first playthrough. You don't know what's going on yet. Now you're starting to learn about the phazon corruption and all that stuff. By the time you get to some other things in the game, you're a bit more familiar with it, so it doesn't hit as hard. Here, you're just confused as to why Rundus, your previous ally, the one who is arguably the most friendly with you, is attacking you for some reason. I can't make that. Oh, I can hit that, though. Also, hold on one sec here. First of all, you can die. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go back down. If I remember... Yep, I was right. More Fall Bomb will do it. Yet another energy tank. Popped right into my head. I'm just like, wait a minute. Is this the one I was thinking? Because, as you know, when I was here earlier, I was at a different one. I'm just like, isn't this the one where there's something hidden in it? And nope, not that one. It was right here. Moving upward. Here we are. This is a room where we can do things. All right, yeah. We must free it of obstructions. So let's do exactly that. Controlled by nearby terminal. Hey, that's a nearby terminal.
Hostile life forms detected.
It is a terminal, and indeed it is nearby. More of these fuckers. Let's go God mode on him, fuck it.
Hostile life forms detected.
Not anymore. My brain dead? There it is. Up we go. Yoink! That's an energy cell, folks. Those are semi-important. Or just straight up don't register it, see if I care. I am now carrying 1 energy cell. That opens a door that we can't access yet. Yay! Yoink! Die. Die. Yoink. There we are. I don't think we can land it yet. I think the gunship needs... Yeah. We need to close that out, land it, and then... put it back up.
Data received.
All right. Now, let's install missiles. That way we have more ways to kill things. You actually don't use it for that much. You use it to just blow up walls and whatnot. Solve some puzzles and here and there. Alright, that's that. Okay, so obviously we can just fast travel, which is cool. Nothing else we can do here at the moment, not until we get another beam to open some of these doors. That is some of the brilliant things of this. Like, backtracking is typically part of Metroid games, which is cool, but it eliminates some of it here and replaces it with some other content, which I really enjoy. Alright, let us go to the Thorn Jungle Air Dock. Open up, buddy.
Data received.
Let's do it. Hell yeah. Yoink. As you can tell, that's a half pipe. Anyway, this is a Berserker Lord. Or, I guess a Berserker Knight. I'm gonna kill you. So you're annoying. God mode on him. Good. Alright, so. Actually, we have a save. Okay, so we don't have to go back. I was gonna say, we only got a couple minutes left. I don't want to do that entire loop there. Some of it can take a little while, depending. So we will hit that save spot up here, and we'll call it a day. I still need sleep. I did all right last night, caught up a little bit, but I've been complaining about sleep for like a year and a half now. All right, we got to do a little fight first. That's fine. That is fine. But yeah, so we're almost done here today. As of now, I don't have a concrete plan for what the weekend stream will be. To be honest, I don't even know if there'll be one, but as always, I like to get one in. If it's not Saturday, it'll be Sunday night. I do kind of like that window too. It really fits because streaming on Sunday these days, it's football season, and I'm not gonna, as far as I'm concerned, saying my team name is like saying a slur live on stream. It's the team from Chicago. I hate them with every fiber of my being. And anything that would distract me from watching them is very welcome. Not that I'm tempted to these days, but, you know. If I'm doing something, it decreases the odds. Anyway, this is a Korak beast. Tongue and mouth are sensitive, belly sometimes vulnerable from ground. Koraks are prized by the space pirates, who use them as cavalry mounts. Their belly is occasionally vulnerable, but guarded from all sides. Excuse me. Finding a way to get underneath it and attacking would be effective. Nerve endings in the tail can be stressed through grappling, but only when the tail is extended. The interior of a Korak's mouth, I said Korak instead of Korak, as well as the tip of their tongue, contains sensitive nerve clusters. Attacking these points could temporarily incapacitate the creature. They can emit phazon energy through their feet and tongue. The phasite armor they wear will repel most damage. Again, you don't find anything cool like that type of dialogue or reading in a Nintendo. It's top notch. If this series wasn't, if this IP wasn't owned by Nintendo, not to say Nintendo's holding it back, it's just like the platform it's released on, it's exclusive to Nintendo. Typically, I don't know, it's just, I feel like if it was on all platforms, it would just be, this series would be much more famous. Like, Nintendo appeals to all ages, but they also appeal to a certain group of gamers, and it's typically not this type of thing. Right, we need to get the tail first, don't we? Alright. I think we gotta get the tail first, at least. Maybe not. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, I need it. Oh no, that got a hit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What the fuck? Isn't that what I do? Maybe not. Let's wait till it attacks. There we go. Hmm? Fuck it. I'm going in. I'm really struggling with this. I do not remember how to do this fight. Oh wait, its tongue is sensitive. Shoot the tongue. Yep, that did it. That's it. Now I got it. Boom. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. Yoink! Enjoy death, buddy. Okay, that doesn't do anything for me, does it? Nope. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in this room that... No. That's a safe spot right up here, I believe. Because it is 9 p.m., which means it's Rick TT12's bedtime, ladies and gentlemen. At least if I know it's good for me, it's my bedtime. Alright, folks, so once again, we are knee-deep in a Metroid Prime game, and I'm having a blast. We will continue this, definitely next week. The weekend stream, it could be this. I don't think it will be. I want to switch it up. I could see me doing Star Fox. I haven't had time to really play still just as much as I wanted to, but I could see it being Star Fox. Yeah, I could see it being Star Fox. Still not really feeling Paper Mario randos right now. Really enjoying, ever since we got the Retro Tink, we can do the OG hardware. I'm really riding this Star Fox and Metroid Prime grind right now, and it's a blast. But we'll try to get something for the weekend. As soon as I know something, I will keep y'all posted. And yeah, otherwise next week we should have Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, usual times, all that fun stuff. Possibly do one next Sunday too, but I'll let y'all know about this weekend as soon as I can. I'm off to bed. Shout out to Cess for stopping by doing his thing. Shout out to Bright and Eyes for stopping by and saying hello. I did see quite a few people in and out of here. Once again, always appreciated, even if it's just for like 10 minutes or so. I always appreciate the viewership, the hellos, the game discussions, all of it. So, until hopefully this weekend, if not, then Tuesday, but hopefully this weekend. Adios, my friends.